Surprise! We're live. Hey, welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is what are we? Oh, this is building of the build of the month. I don't have the right wrapper on the graphics say on the envelope. You know what it is. What is it? Do we have an episode number? Do we have anything?
No, we don't.
All right. I'm Nate. This is Selena, and we're here.
Here and queer, as I like to say.
Ding. So we're gonna build something today. We're gonna build the build of the month for January 2021. It'll be our first one of the next year. So our job in the next let's do. How long do we do these things? 90 minutes, 60 minutes, less than 2 hours, right?
We try to do it less than 2 hours, but
Yeah, I gotta do less than 2 hours. Let's see what we can do. So we're gonna build something. We're gonna enlist your brains, the brain power of the internet. Are we hot? Yeah, I feel like this is peaking. Oh, is Selena?
hello. No one has complained about audio. So
All right.
It's very great.
Well, this is just like every Dwarven Forge stream. Always we like to keep it a little rough around the edges, or maybe we don't like to, but it is. So we're gonna build something with the forest. We're gonna enlist your brains to figure out what the heck we're making, what would be a fun thing to do. And I think that's it, right? And we don't even really know what sets we're going to use just yet, other than Dreadhollow, because we have a bunch of Dreadhollow fresh restocked. And we're gonna try a really fun thing where I put a webcam at the screen of my laptop so we can capture Selena. It'll be like one super analog. We'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like it's important to note that we're doing this from your basement again because COVID. Numbers be spiking. Everyone wear a mask. Keep a distance. Stay home. You know what to do.
That, and also the fact that I left all the painted Dreadhollow pieces in my basement. So
That is also worth considering.
there's that reality too, as well as a webcam, and yeah. But mostly we're trying to minimize our in-office exposure, because we don't want to be we want to keep the numbers going the other direction.
So let me tell you some news.
Ooh, wait, I have a transition for that. Wait.
Great.
News.
Get the car down next time.
Wow. Yeah, you should play us some riffs.
Yeah, I could totally do that.
I know, that's why I say. So speaking of riffs, what news can we riff on today?
The hottest ticket, actually both of these things are pretty hot, and they kind of go together. So first of all, if you want Christmas delivery, we are like mostly guaranteed if you order by the 9th, which is on Wednesday, that you should receive your package by Christmas. Of course, as everyone knows, the Postal Service already has a difficult time during Christmas, and then throw a pandemic into it, so we'll see.
Well, also, our warehouse, the warehouse gets slammed because we're not their only client, so they have this is the busy time for everybody. So
Yeah, that's why it's earlier than usual. Because don't we usually do it like the 11th or 15th or something like that?
yes, but if we've learned anything from 2020, it's that everything takes a little longer than we thought.
Yep. And then kind of piggybacking onto that, our build of the month for December is going up tomorrow. And so also with it is the build of the month bundle. And that includes all the sets that we use in the build of the month, plus, what is it, a $25 gift card?
I think it's actually 40, but I could be making this up. I know, it's
I think
bonkers.
it's made up and the points don't matter.
Well, it's the Sinister Dungeon layer from Plaguestone plus a Classic Dungeon Remastered. It's a pretty cool dungeon build. I just discovered today there isn't a barrel in there. I put a barrel in, but there isn't actually a barrel in the sets. But
Oh,
what
the
can you do?
Alchemy Lab, right? That's
I think it bled in because the sets were all in a thing, and I grabbed the wrong. I know. But it'll go live tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
What do we know? What time? What time are we gonna? What time should we put it live?
I don't know what time it will be going live. We've been trying to, set a schedule for 3 p.m., so maybe it'll be somewhere like that. Everyone say hi to Gideon. This is my cat. She likes to be held while I'm on video calls.
Woo! Get in. So yeah, build a month bundle goes up tomorrow. So it's a neat, if you don't have any dungeons or you want to just add some stuff to your dungeons, it's a great way to get some dungeons and get a gift card. Yay! And then this will be next month's will be this bundle, and then we're open to some suggestions of what else to do for 2021.
So everything that well, not everything, but part of what we build today will be in a bundle for January.
Yeah, there's no guarantee that what we do today is exactly what we're going to end up doing, but it's pretty much the building of the build of the month has been pretty spot on to what we end up finalizing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it'll be fun, and it's always having the ideas come pouring in. It is like I never know where it's going to go, and it's always delightfully unexpected and really fun and ridiculous. I'm looking forward to it.
Wait till you guys see what carried over into this one.
Yeah, tomorrow we will see, and then on we go. What else? Do we have any other? Do we have any other news? Do we have any news? Nothing.
No, everyone have a safe and happy holidays and New Year.
Woo! All right, let's go to build mode. How do I do that? Let's see. All right, let's go triple. All right, this is. Oh man, there's a glare. I'm trying this analog thing, and there's a terrible glare on you. But let's hold on. Hold on, please stand.
I'm holding on.
Yeah, this is. I should have hung like a thing, like a black sheet. I've got tons of those laying around, or a black. I wish I had a studio. I wish I just had a piece of black foam core. I would just pop it up there, and boom, it'd be off to the.
If only we had a studio to film it.
Not my basement. One of these? No.
At least this is better than me being on a computer screen in the distance, kind of.
Not even on camera, so now you're semi on camera. So we got. Here's what we're doing. We're doing something in the forest here, and I'm thinking that I don't want to use the entire Dreadhollow encounter because we already got everything. So I want to do something kind of smallish and I'm thinking we should use our old cave mouth, right? Because we can. It seems like this is a place something happens, and maybe, man, I wish we had a set that was just the dead end passage piece from the caverns, and we could put that on there and do a hybrid with the caverns. I realize a part of this thing now. Your computer monitor is completely turned away. They can see you, but you can't see anything that's being built.
I have it open in my
good
on my screen. I'm watching the live feed, so it's like 10 seconds behind, but that's fine.
So you're like a time traveler. So I was thinking of using the Dreadhollow dressing pack, maybe the corners pack, maybe think. Well, I don't know, but what do we? Do people have an idea? What do we? Why are we going to this cave in the woods? What mysteries does it hold? What is here? What trouble is afoot?
Someone has suggested you incorporate the spirit tree.
We could. The only reason I was hesitating on the spirit tree is it takes up a lot of, like, in order to build it in, I feel like I kind of have to build a bunch around it if we're going to do it. So I feel like it's going to force the build to get bigger, but I don't know. But it's definitely sitting here. It's like, put me in, coach. Put me in.
Someone suggests using a cavern's core. Someone says nice. Another says a forest to cave build.
Yeah, we could do our first hybrid, which people have been asking for. It's not nuts.
Do you have the fabric pieces to build with?
I do. It would take me a second to gather them up.
Well, let's bring out the guitar and just shred. And it'll be great because I'll be coming out of a speaker going into a microphone. And that's exactly what people like to hear.
Well, it gives that warm analog fuzz that,
Yeah, it's basically like, just listening to turntable.
Wow. No, it's warm. Maybe we do a, let's do a,
like the hybrid.
Let's go hybrid. Let's get crazy.
Hey, My mom's not coming home. Let's get crazy.
Right, guys, mom doesn't come home for like a couple hours. We get time to get crazy. All right, so here's what we're gonna. Here's how the craziness is gonna ensue. We are going to. Let's hold off on the cavern for right now, because I have to gather up those pieces. But let's start with the forest. So I'm thinking, if we is that as dark as it looks now? It's my monitor. If we take the cave mouth, and then we take our escarpments, the corners pack, which now has a concave, we can do a little thing like yay and yay.
We have a suggestion, some suggestions from the chat.
I live for suggestions from the chat. We've had I can't count how many brilliant ideas have come from people chatting, like all the way from the Oblivion Nexus down through other good ideas, which I can't think of. Lots of good stuff in the chat. What do we have? What speak to us? Bring forth the chat. What do they have?
Vortex Artist says, flip that cave mouth around and build a forest inside a cave.
Whoa.
Topula says Twilight Grove from the Sunless Citadel, piggybacking on Vertex Artist's idea.
Yeah.
Poison says underground forest. Luck Redu X says inside the cave is a bandit hideout complete with bandit tavern bar that serves the local holligers, the hooligan, the Six Finger Gang.
How does an underground forest grow if it's not mushroom, like fungus?
Fey magic.
Oh, duh. You know, I should never. I do this to Eli all the time, where we're discussing, a development thing. And he's like, "Well, there's no logic behind how the." I'm like, magic, and he's like, yeah. It's just like, I'm like, well, you can't argue with it that magic could do it, but it's magic.
Senior U says symbol of light in the ceiling of the caverns.
Oh, there's continual light, but it's sunlight. It's like UV, nice, clean.
Yeah, plant light that they got off Amazon. They got this light rune off Fantasy Amazon, and it keeps their plants alive in tiny Brooklyn apartments.
Fantasy Amazon. It's definitely run by like gnomes, right? They just they're super industrious, or maybe the dwarves. Ooh.
Gilded says the rest of the world is a wasteland. Only this forest has survived.
It's like Children of Men. Like this is the only remaining forest in the whole world.
Finlay Shard says, if using forest tiles in front of the cave, have the players in a fey forest that keeps shifting, so as they battle through, you rotate the forest tiles around every few rounds.
That's a fun one, particularly because like what?
Reality is constantly shifting, so you keep moving the build around as things shift. Similar to your idea of like the alternating Fey and Shadowfell in our playtest for Wildlands.
Yeah. Well, it's fun that things that you can do with terrain that are hard to do with graph paper. Turns out I'm a fan of these sorts of things.
Whoa.
I know.
Vertex Artist says there's a big cave in Vietnam that has trees and stuff, but I guess it's more of a hole in the ground.
Yeah, but it isn't a cave.
Really great.
Yeah, it's still a cave. Does it have to have a sealed ceiling to be a cave? So we've got, I'm frustrated. So if we use a small, like this is a light forest pack, a cave mouth pack, and a escarpment's corner pack. Everything, it makes a thing other than stump toppers. But you know what? Oh man, it might be kismet. This is if we take a Dreadhollow dressing pack, we get some scatter and 2 stump toppers. The last 2 stumpsies I'm looking for. And then ooh. All right, so here's something fun. If we use a Dreadhollow dressing pack, wait, let me get this in the frame. I should have actually built in the frame, but we have 2 fairy rings, right? We could do something that supports That supports some sort of Fey fun. We also have big ol' tree, which we could put this in the cave. Like, this is the reason. Maybe this is the MacGuffin, right? The tree in the cave, it's like the last thing. And there's lots of stumps, so maybe there's something that's why are we so stump heavy over here?
Maybe it's let's say the wood elves are doing a demonstration to prevent deforestation.
So, by cutting down trees.
Well, someone else has cut down the tree.
Get it. Got it.
So they're holding a conference in the wilderness to chain everyone up around the spirit tree, so they stop deforesting this Fey growth. That's mine. Let's see.
If they...
The Fey wine smugglers cave.
The what? Wine cellar?
Wine smugglers.
Wine smugglers. We just did necrotic whiskey last month. Are we allowed to do 2 alcohol-infused adventures in a row? Is that...
We're more creative than that. We can do better.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm...
Oh, for sure. Someone's cutting down trees to build something, and so it's like, what are they building? Is that the final boss room?
It's a catapult. It's a battering ram. It's a pyre. Or what if it's not a man-made? Right? What is there a creature that deforests or that causes things to die? Like some take on a blight or like
Danger dog Riant.
Wait.
Danger red dog. That's sorry, you person. I have horribly butchered your screen name, but this person suggests werebeaver.
Werebeaver. The dangerous werebeaver is.
Mark 90 says the Apex Primordial ain't happy.
It's just like rolling around, knocking stuff down. I'm gonna keep reading out ideas. I'm gonna get some caverns pieces.
Okay, in earshot, right?
I'm like 8 feet away. I'm just right off the edge of the thing. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just bring it over.
Other suggestions we have are plague beetles.
Whoa.
Maybe that's a little too on the.
Yeah. I'm back. Plague beetles is neat. Like, there could be some sort of Druid of the Swarm or Circle of the Swarm from Ravnica, which is now in the Tasha's book. Like, there could be something neat there. Mm-hmm. I'm totally for that. All right, so here's a question. Let me stop the fun stuff and ask a sets question. Do we do a basic cavern because it's the most affordable, or do we do a cavern's core? Let's try a basic and see if we can do something with it, because the rest of this is exciting, I think. That's my... And then if it doesn't work out, we can upgrade it to a cavern's core. The question is, what the heck is in the basic? Is it... do a little research on the interwebs. There's...
Basic cavern has 7 regular floors, 7 2x2 floors.
Yep.
We have 3 of those diagonal walls.
Yep.
We have 7 straight walls.
Yep. Wow, I pulled 7 out already, so I need 7 floors, 2 diagonals, and then we have cascading corners, cascading pool corners. These guys.
These ones on here are the KS2 ones in the basic cavern set.
Which KS2 ones?
The KS2 corner with the floors. Not quite the cascading.
Does it have yellow?
Yes, the yellow.
Okay. The yellow fungus corner, I think I call it. How many? 3 of those and 3 diagonals?
Yes, and then you have one stalagmite.
Oh, cute little stalagmites in there.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do. Okay. So 3.
There are 3 people who are clamoring for burrows.
Oh. I think the problem. I'm not sure what we have in stock for burrows. I hear you're clamoring. Let's. You know what? For fun, I feel like burrows might want to be on our 2021 list. Is that? We've done what? One burrows build, the Psychotroll hick.
We did another one
We
as
did?
well. Yeah.
Oh, fine.
I know, maybe like summer 2021.
I've heard of this.
Pretty Barbaric says that they love the burrows, but don't think that we have enough sets in stock to do build of the month.
I agree. Alright, so we've got 7 floors, 7 walls, 6 corners that are split 3 and 3, and happy little stalag.
Seems good. Siriu says there are like 100 of the Cree colonies still in stock.
Mm.
That's a big old pricey one, right?
It's the full shebang, as they say. I don't know actually who says that, but that's, yeah. I think yes, it's the full kit and caboodle.
The gentleman Wake has suggested that we do a Burroughs core set.
Yeah, it's on the list, but not very high on the list because burrows have not been the hot ticket that I wish that they were. Hey, speaking of Gentleman Wake, congrats on the Kickstarter. I don't know if it's over yet, but it was like they were like cruising 100 something 140,000 last I saw for some beautiful playing cards.
Ooh.
I'm a backer. I can't remember though if it's where it's at, but yeah, it was a really cool, very cool project. Oh yeah, we got a little.
The Gentleman Wake, is it still happening or has it closed?
Oh, you son of
It closed on Sunday.
Nice. What was the final?
195K.
That's awesome for beautiful, beautiful cards like art. It was art.
Pre-orders are open.
Is a wahoo?
Pre-orders are open.
Aha. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. Although by the time, when do they ship? Because by the time they ship, maybe people can actually use cards in person again.
My cat and so I'm getting cat hair up my nose. Just a big old sneeze. Muted the mic though. So if people see me rubbing my nose, it is just.
Uh-huh. Yep. Don't believe it.
Seraphis the Bland says that things are dying as a foreshadowing of plague beetles that have infested their plague on some other BBG inside the plague.
Ooh, it's a retaliation. Right? There was like the big bad Goblin King or whatever. Some druid went overboard trying to take out the Goblin King and has infected the forest or something.
And thus that brings burrows into it, says the crowd.
Oh, wow. You know what we haven't done? We haven't done a sequel, like either A, sequel to a previous build of the month, or B, a like a two-parter, like, you know, February and March is like a two-part thing where, you know, tune in next month for the thrilling finale of.
It's like Avengers, just the Avengers in general. You have like all these storylines kind of coming together to work on this other storyline, like Endgame, yes. Or yes. How an American Horror Story, they linked all the seasons together in a very bad way, but they still at least tried.
Yeah, exactly.
We just come up with some type of way that all of the builds of the month come together.
Do you know, I haven't seen I don't think I've seen any of the Avenger. No, I saw the. Oh, it's one of those. They came out at that time where I had kids, and I was like, this that thing. I didn't get to see the whole arc of all that, all that excitement.
Oh, I didn't either.
No.
This is not a Marvel friendly stream. Not that I'm hostile, but where it's more of a Marvel acquaintance.
You're aware, marvelly aware. Yeah,
Finley Sharp suggests we do seasons, so 3 months equals 3 builds all linked together or standalone.
it's not nuts. Let's start that with season 2. Because we're already doing the first. I don't know. Maybe is it too much to try and link every? I don't know.
You tell me.
I don't.
That's creative brain juice.
It's a fun. I guess you know what it is. It's like Lost, right? Where they were just making it up as they went along, and wait, I think they painted themselves into a corner. So we may paint ourselves into a corner, but we could try it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give it a whirl. Wait, I gotta get your face.
Oh, I tilted my computer screen down to show the cat.
I see. All right, let's go overhead. See if this makes sense. Let's see what we got here. This is single cam overhead.
Finlay Shard says he is sure he can find a way to link things together.
Facts.
It's Finlay's gonna do it for us.
All right.
Finley's gonna do some free labor.
Because Finley hasn't done a bunch of free labor for us already. So why did I build diagonally? Just sort of made it free organic. This came together fast, so I'm gonna have to try something else too. See what happened. So this is a basic. So we got a basic cavern. We have light forest, cave mouth, escarpments, or escarpment corners, Dreadhollow dressing. I got a couple of rings. I feel like I want to do something. Maybe we put one of the fairy rings in the cave, right? And the other one is outside. Like we tuck one away outside or something, and it's not like we don't make a big deal out of it when they're first there, and then there's something. It's that revelation when they get into the cave. They're like, oh, we have to do something with it, or it's connected to the one outside, or some reason to do it. And or we have the fun gag where the top of the stump pops off, so we could do something with that. Does it make sense to have a stump in the cave? It makes the cave look nice. I mean, the other side is there's not a lot of room to fight. We could take it out and put the stump outside and do something with that. I am decidedly undecided.
The Gentleman Wake suggests that someone has to stand in each fairy ring and defend from the monsters.
Split the party inside outside. 2 things are happening. That's a fun one. Yes. Okay, so what are they and that's really neat too, because then we have the inside there's the inside gang, the outside gang. Why are they in the rings? And what are they fighting? And how is the thing that they're fighting inside the cave
Or the cave is actually the collapsed interior of the damn volcano, says Seraphis the Bland.
What volcano? What? Who?
There's a volcano now.
There's a
You're asking too many questions, Nate. Yes,
okay.
And.
Yes, and how do they get to this volcano? Also, how do we shoot this? We gotta flip everything. I want to go left to right.
Ooh, stand in each ring to open the cave. Or the tree blocks the cave. Oh, the hollow stump might be in front of the cave entrance, maybe?
Yeah. Alright, let's get crazy. We're gonna rotate.
Give them eyesight, allowing them to see the enemy.
That's cool. That. Yeah. Or maybe they're maybe it's a thing. Maybe the enemy is in the Feywild. It sort of semi puts them in the Feywild, right? They're crossing plains or something, and it's they have to be there to
Jimmy 23 says, they found it easy to get minis in the stump. Could be cool to have mobs jump out and ambush.
Yes.
So like the bads come out of the stump, the hollow stump. There we go.
I'm totally there for that.
Here, Finley Shards has written a nice paragraph for us.
All right. Dramatic reading, if you would. Yes, yes.
Or put them in both. They tread in the ring and it partially enters them into the Shadowlands so they can interact with spirits in the area that can't be seen otherwise. However, they exist in both areas at once, so when they attack the spirits, they might also be attacking their friends.
Wait, how are they attacking their friends? I'm so on board for this. You had me at attacking their friends.
They're partially entered into the Shadowlands, so they can interact with the spirits in the area that can't be otherwise. But because they're like partially submerged, they can't tell who's a spirit. Right.
So anything moving. How do you do it? How do you keep them from metagaming? How do you, like, or is it just a random roll? Like, you roll to see if they're attacking, if it's actually a spirit or their friend?
You've answered that question.
Random roll isn't as fun, although I guess it, yeah.
It, like, increases the thing.
Well, then you don't know, yeah. And then they can't game the system, like, if it's just sort of random, right? If it's not like, oh, the one with the blue eyes is the good one, and the one with the purple eyes is the bad one. Which is a trick, of course, because the one with the purple eyes is clearly the good one. But then if it's just a random roll, they just when they think they figured it out, it's different. Yeah, I like this.
A spell in the rings restores the trees.
Also, yeah. So the trees, the thing that's the blight on the trees is actually from the other plane, right? So you can't see it until you're in the thing, and then you can find where they are. They're everywhere. And this is gonna be fun.
More comments are. IME 202 says,
Hey.
so I would think that they need to restore the tree to keep the baddie in the cave. As in, they unlocked it. Now it's bad. They can't kill the baddie, but now have to relock the cave entrance.
And just leave it there for the next group of adventurers. It's resetting the module. So the next band of adventurers that comes by, the next poor bunch of like third level characters that comes by can deal with it, and then they pass it on. They pay it forward.
Vegas BM says, the locals say there is a scary demon inside the cave, but it's actually a couple of goblins inside a demon costume.
I like the spooky, right? The unexplained spooky cave. The what I've never done is I've never actually written any of these ideas down while we shoot these things.
Last time.
The what? Who?
You wrote down ideas last time.
Did I? I did after the fact.
Oh yeah.
I didn't do it during the fly. On the fly, it was like sort of after it because it's like a rapid fire. It's like a machine gun assault of creativity.
Yes. Which they said another random idea. All the trees were chopped down. Some of the stump toppers are baby mimics.
I love. Why? Riddle me. Why are mimics so beloved? Like why? Like they're. I mean. I love mimics, but why? I don't understand. I need to know why does the world love mimics? Myself included.
Not Merc90 says, not a story bit, but getting lots of elevation in the build would be great.
The price goes up rapidly if we throw a bunch of elevation in.
Finley Shards has an answer to the how do we players from metagaming and not attacking their friends, and he suggests a random roll like a mirror image spell, unless they have a better way of getting around it. And Gilded Poison thinks that's a great way to go.
And you know what we do? We give any race like elves that have Fey ancestry get advantage on the roll or something. They can kind of see, they can sense the right, if it's a Fey, whatever. Feed the anytime you can let them feed some of those player abilities is fun.
Finlay says they can't destroy the thing they have to trap in the cave just yet. For now, they have to lock it away. Then the next build of the month is them searching for an artifact to destroy it, then they have to go destroy it.
All right, if we're setting up the three, like they punt the problem down the road.
Serapis the Bland says, there is a baddie magically bound to the cave, protecting the MacGuffin item, which will heal the blighted trees.
I'm so there for that. But then they can't get. I like the idea of they can't actually solve the whole thing, right? They do, and it just makes the next bigger problem, which we solve next month. We kick it down the road.
Finlay Shard says mimics are great because they make any terrain piece a threat. And then Angered Ogre Ant, which is a great name, responded, so the world is just one big mimic?
Yep. Facts.
IME202, to answer your question, this is the build of the month for January. Build of the month of December is going up tomorrow, just in time to order it for the holidays. Last day for holiday shipping is December 9th, which is Wednesday.
Which is soon. It's amazing how fast.
We're in December. Merc90 says, aberrant, infested forest. All the trees/forests are corrupted and slowly turned into aberrations. The druids are trying to keep anyone from getting in or out of the forest. Players need to confront the archdruid in a cave to be allowed to leave.
That's a fun. I like throwing some role play. And then there could be something could go awry, and then the whole spirits thing kicks in, and it's like a whole, like, just when you think you've sort of talked them into being cool, then all hell breaks loose.
See? For the chat, I'm going to post a photo of my cat who has fallen asleep on my lap to the Dwarven Forge Instagram story.
Is there going to be like a funny caption?
It'll remind people that we're live.
Oh, I didn't post on Twitter. Man, can't remember everything, turns out.
Gentleman Wake asks if we can make a 2-part build of the month like the Lava Cave one. And I think by that, this person means that, like, rearranging it like we did for
It's not nuts. That was a fun... let's walk through this thing. Yeah, that was a fun... that was a fun one. Doing a double whammy. Oh, I'm on the wrong... Switch. It's a fun little outside. I like having all this tight, there's like, you can get in there and play, but there's enough stuff to break up line of sight in interesting ways. Let me come on in here.
I like the traveling cam. This is good.
It's just trying to show off. So let me take a picture of this and let's see what else we can build out of this. Because this jammed out quickly. This is the same thing we did with that month where we did 2 things. We did it, it came together so fast that we did 2. Back to overhead. Whoop. Alright. So... then maybe we have the forest in the thing. We can, I don't know, it opens up. Let's see what happens. Let me document where it's
IME202 says, so can you expand the cavern by lining it up against the back of the escarpments?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. 1000% yes.
And then suggest moving the entrance over a little bit.
And we literally designed them for just that. for that to affect. Yeah, and let's.
Side adventure: players sent to find magic mushrooms to cure poison. The ones in the cave are not the right ones and will cause issues for people. They have to go in the cave to get the right ones.
The old, oh, you found them. Well, no, those aren't the right ones. Dude. But we did it. We did the thing. Nope.
Gilded Poison has a fun little anecdote. Had a player ask if the swamp they were in was a fey, fiend, or undead. I asked if they really wanted the swamp to be alive. Make the entire forest be the enemy. It has become animate, and inside the cave is the way to put it back to sleep.
So it's an awakened forest, is it?
I guess so.
Not crazy. Yeah, once again, not.
Ingrid Ant says, so going back to the idea about artifacts and plots, maybe you have to speak with plants to gain access to the cave, and the rest of the encounter is inside the cave, i.e., whatever the adventurers are looking for or chasing.
What if they don't have speak to plants? How do we give that one? How do we give that one to them?
Check. If you maybe have a foresty, a player with like a foresty deity.
Forest, a frolic, a frolicer.
A druid, just like some druid maybe.
Ranger. We could
Finley Shard says, eat the poisonous mushrooms, you can commune with the plants.
Oh, yeah.
IME 202 says, go into the cave and find what remains of the live tree to retrieve the mushrooms that will provide clairvoyance on one question.
Ooh, that's a fun. Eating the mushrooms is a good thing.
AK Eddie says, eat the mushrooms and you think you can talk to trees. You can't, but you definitely think you can.
I had my home game this weekend. My brother couldn't play, so it was just me and all the kids, and I had them. They had to go into the plane of non-existence. So yeah, I don't know. It was like the opposite. And so like, describing how they had to get there, I basically was describing a mushroom trip to them, and it was awesome. I think there's definitely like a Parenthood 101 in here somewhere, but yeah, it was really fun. You had to get nowhere to get there. You had to lose yourself to find your way.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
I feel like a plane of non-existence is where I wish I am on my bad days.
The sounds split into 3 dimensions.
Where I don't exist.
Well, yeah. It's right. I figure if there's all these planes of existence, there must be a plane of non-existence, right? It was the space beyond the weave, right? If you part the weave, the umbral veil of the weave, you go. What's beyond it is nothing. No.
Spooky.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Grayson about that, like when he's in college. But like, so, do you remember that?
Do you remember this thing?
Remember when I totally described that mushroom trip to you when you were 8?
Isn't all of parenting just a giant experiment?
Yeah. With horribly high stakes and consequences.
Horribly high stakes experiments.
Yeah. So I'm trying something wacky here.
It says the plane of non-existence sounds a bit like the astral sea.
Yeah, but less. It's like the shadow version of the astral sea. It's like nothing. And it was my fear was it was time, like you're outside of time, so they could see the past, the present, and the future. They were following these different threads. You know.
I'm really glad that you're playing D&D regularly.
Me too. It is the best. And it's really, yeah. Turns out we make fun stuff, you know?
What? We make fun things.
Facts. I don't know if this is gonna work. I have this, I have a crazy idea where if they go in the first thing, they do a thing, they get on the mushroom ring, and it takes them there. It's like a sort of an extra planar whatever, or they are in the spirit realm there or whatever. But my thought is that if they can only, like, they're constrained by this, you know, the reality or whatever, it's like a pocket, maybe it's a demi-plane or whatever. There's like some things. So like I'm trying to make like a really weird linear, like I'm not trying to, it's normally make a build that feels like a real thing. This is just gonna, I was trying to make like just like, what happens if we just do like a weird linear thing where it goes, I kind of just like put all these things in a straight line. Does it make a thing, like you can only kind of stay in this little, you know, stay in the lane, and see what it does. If it's, I don't know.
Is it possible to put one of the grass pieces of Dreadhollow in the cave? People are really clamoring for that.
Here's the challenge. With base, we got a base 3 by 3, trying to work with all 2 by 2s. The basic cavern doesn't have any 1 by 2s or 1 by 1s. So if we threw in if we did a cavern's core, we could, or a crooked cavern or something. But fundamentally, trying to integrate a 3-inch thing into a base, a 3 by 3 into a 2 by 2, is trouble. I mean, I could just throw it like on top, but it's
hard edges. Forget about it.
We could, you could do some neat stuff in the city with these, with the sidewalks around the edges, like line them, you know, up there. There's many good possibilities. This I don't know if it's gonna work so well in the cave, right? Because it's you know. I did get these up against the. I have the cave up against the escarpments, which gives us a lot more cave coverage. In fact, it has all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these, the inside of the escarpments were sculpted slightly concave, so it would look kind of nice if you had pieces against them, just like this. So literally, this was a scenario that was considered when we were putting together. Eli was very adamant that it was like, that it could feel okay if there was a cave, if it was exposed inside a cave.
Andrew Pell suggests you can put 6 by 6 and surround it with 2 by 2s.
It's true. Let's see what it looks like. Let's do it.
And that makes it 8.
Yeah, no, that 6 by 6 is much better than a 3 by 3. These are facts as we know it. Oh, and then we could have this be.
IME202 says, "Come on, Nate, you can do it. Faith."
Okay. Hold the horses. We're about to.
We're not working with Dreadhollow banks right now, right?
No, you know why? Because
they're selling like hotcakes.
Bingo! They're like, I don't know if there'll be any left by the time this goes live.
Selling like hot banks.
Oh boy, I love it. We'll be here all day. This is
all the time. I don't leave my house.
Facts. 2020. Yeah, we've sold almost 400 sets, I think, which is a lot for us, right? So there's a distinct possibility by the time this goes live in January, there might not have even banks left, so it didn't seem like it was smart. All right, let's try and put a thing inside a thing and see what happens. Here's the thing there.
Finley Shard says the path can get narrower the further you travel. I think that was when you were talking about seeing how straight it could go.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Oh, it could get down to one like really. It's never gonna fit on the table, but yes, if it just and then it becomes like almost like a single file sort of situation. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try. Let's try a big open. We're not gonna have any trees. We're just gonna try. Start with this.
And the ASMR you're doing is
It's real. It's a thing. It's you love
it. Here, present.
It's like the meditation of building. You were just in the now. You were in the. Yeah.
Time check is 5:25. We were trying to wrap by 6, so you were.
We are on target.
We're on target.
Well, we're fully in experimental mode right now, so we're doing something right.
High concept.
I want to maximize my. Still have one more row.
What is that sound?
The truck outside?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. That'd be my guess. Huh, if I put this out. It was really neat. A semi truck went barreling by the other day outside, and it sounded just like a TIE fighter. Because that's where they got the sound for the TIE fighters. They just recorded semi trucks going down the highway like 80 miles an hour and sped it up. I had a glimpse of it. God. These guys are geniuses. The Lucasfilm team. I mean, it was like. Say what you will about Star Wars, it reshaped modern cinema.
Oh, for sure. I have no qualms with the Wars of Star.
I tried to watch A New Hope with our 4-year-old with Hawken this weekend. It lasted about 90 seconds. Like, we got past the opening credits, and then he got scared when the Star Destroyer appeared, which is the first 15 seconds. But he hung on. He kind of peeking around the corner, and then he was a little nervous that the rebels are running around, and then when the stormtroopers roll in and the blasters start going off, he's like, "Nope, I'm out." He's like, "There's guns everywhere, Daddy. This is not appropriate."
He doesn't like violence.
He didn't. Yeah, it was too intense.
Well, your whole family's tuned in right now.
Are they?
To chat.
Hey, up there. Yeah. But we're gonna try again. We're gonna in a year we'll work on it. We've been reading the stories. But.
I need to suggest putting a stump lump inside the cave.
Let's try it. But I was happy that he knew he hit his threshold. He was just like, you know what, this is not for me. Pull the ripcord, Hawken. Okay, so let's try. I don't know why it's the final countdown, but it is. We're stumping and lumping all over the place. It's interesting, for sure. Like, That's also one of the fun things about doing this is I never know like where. Oh, you lost you on the.
I've been chilling.
I forgot I didn't put you in the other layout. Uh, I guess let's ask the. We're gonna go to floaty cam. Hang on. Oh, we're gonna. All right. Does. No, super. All right. So here's the moment of reckoning. Does. Hold on, sorry, I don't have enough slack. What happened here? Oh. All right, so what's the consensus on?
Oh, I like this.
This? So I tried to disguise some of the seams with stump lumps, which is a great suggestion. Thank you. I'm so regretful we didn't call the Dreadhollow ones stump lumps. They were stump patches, which is just a lost opportunity. I don't think it's too late to change their name now, but. So this kind of irks me, the hard line. Maybe we can find a way to write it into the story.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, but it's not so bad over here where it kind of transitions out.
If you used a busier floor, would it be as obvious?
Define busier floor.
The ones with the lumps on them.
With the stumps, we could try it. In the backs of the walls. Yeah, the baked-in stumps. I'm with you. Let's try it.
The lumps of stump.
Lumps of stump. But definitely using the back of the escarpments to build out the things. There's definitely something here.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. We could even further, we could do we could try and something there. Let's try putting a busy floor in there. Hold on.
Here, I'll hold the camera.
Yeah. I was really looking around for the other person to hold the camera. It's like, where's the... Yeah, we're just going to hang out right here for a sec.
Therapist the Plan says, honestly, although the hard line is not perfect, regular people build that way at times.
Yeah. No, that is very true.
Feels like a caved-in area that's overgrown, says the gentleman wake.
Ooh, it's like the inside of a sinkhole or something.
Yes, that is. It was earlier corrected that the cave in Vietnam is actually a sinkhole.
What's the technical difference between a sinkhole and a cave?
I think a sinkhole is just like the ground just decided
in.
to stop.
Sink.
Yep.
Oh. All right, let's see what this does. Does this bias more or less?
I
feel like it's almost harder to read now that it's somehow it feels less in because of the trees. Maybe if I put a stump in it feels like we're less inside a thing, more like it's just a rocky chunk. And
maybe
like
that's what the tree sticking out of there, and I like that it's the gnarled one.
Well, considering it's the only large tree we have, I'm glad you like it because I had no choice. Or we could put a stump top.
The concept of it, like it's being hidden by light, so it wouldn't be a huge lush tree anyway.
Yes, it's doing the best it can with what it has here. Now let's get crazy. Let's hang on. We're gonna do something. Hang on. We're going off to. We're gonna.
I am me too. Says it's too much tree.
It's a lot of tree.
The Jazzman says, need a bag of small DF rocks to just dump out.
Yes. A bunch of loose rocks would be... What if we do this? All right, we're going raw overhead. Alright, hang on, let's try something else here. What if... I don't know how this is going to work. But let's try and build ourselves the inside of the sinkhole, right? If we're gonna build. Let's see. Do I even have enough to get a perimeter? Maybe we'll just like try and build in, like if we surround these forest pieces with cave walls, like it could feel like a sinkhole. I don't know. It's an experiment. Let's try. It's it'd be much better with a core set where I had some variation in the walls. It could, yeah. So we're gonna run out of. Frustratingly close. I can do this. Buys us one. Haha! Well, now I have one extra wall. Let's see if I can do a thing like this.
Surface of land suggests modular cave-in or landslide pieces.
Modular cave-in pieces. You know, a cave-in was really high on my list of things to do in Caverns Deep, and it never happened. I wasn't able to crack it. I wanted to do. I wanted to take basically a bunch of neat little sculpted rock bits and have them glued to a piece of fabric that was flexible, and then so you could kind of make you could drape it over a thing or crumple it up to make like a big pile or spread it out or whatever. Like so it would have it sort of like it wouldn't be 1,000 little rocks, but you could kind of like move it and manipulate it and have it be a neat looking thing, like in a variety of shapes. But it didn't work.
I'm 202 suggests standing up one of the Dreadhollow pieces on its side to mimic a grassy wall in the cave. Therapist the Bland retweets that.
Like we did in the
Housebound Hollow.
Yeah. Is this thing like it?
Swiftbrook says put a row of floors between one of the escarpments and the 6x6 fourth floor so it doesn't look so rectangular.
Like, yeah. You know, what would really be ideal for this is the, Dreadhollow 2 by, we have the 2 by 2 forest floors.
For one.
Yeah, those would be the ideal thing.
That would be the ticket.
It will be a ticket. Yeah, now I don't have enough floors. Hang on. If we did this, I'm trying to play with. Can you hear the kids bouncing on a trampoline up right above my head?
I can hear it through your computer mic, but I don't know if the audience can hear it in the good mic. It's very loud for me.
Me too.
I didn't say anything because there's nothing we can do to change it.
No. You know, when you're not allowed to leave your house, turns out a trampoline is your best friend.
I've been using the trampoline that you gave me.
Oh, yes. It's so awesome.
Finlay Shard says if you don't like the stone floor transition, use the back of the walls instead.
Back of the wall? Literally invert it. Right, you could do that. Let's see if we pull these out. Let's try these as a wall, which is kind of.
who was the person who suggested breaking up the forest and cave by pushing it back one row, suggests that it was just one 6x6 tile you pushed back.
Got it. Offset them so they're like staggered, like yay. Yeah. The problem with doing the backs is we run the corners. We run out of coverage that way. Yeah, this is a fun. It's a fun idea. You know what would be ideal for this Aranthor pieces? We could surround a thing with Aranthor.
Yeah, that's good. Real good.
And that, like, you could do the edges of the sinkhole using the Aranthor cliffs around this, and it would look really. It would go very, very seamlessly. It'd be nice. But the only Aranthor set we have is the whole Aranthor Mountains right now, which is it might be a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much. You know what I can do this. Am I in the thing? Yeah. They go crazy up there. I love it. Can knock this off by one. Boom.
I really like the forest within the cave. I don't know why.
Go again?
I really like the forest tiles inside a cave. I don't know why. Maybe it's the contrast.
Yeah, the cave is not as vibrant. Like, the cave alone is kind of bland. No offense, Seraphis the bland. It's a little bland. So it definitely gives you something. Although, you know what? Miniatures look really good in the cave because it's bland. So they get their chance to pop.
Seraphis the bland says none taken.
Yeah.
And Kuku says it's a hidden druid cave.
I want to love it, and I can't.
Wow.
I just where's the I can't get over these hard lines, and I don't have enough coverage to do just all backs. You know what it is? Because I know I can do it right, like the proper, quote unquote proper, right? Because that's one of the amazing things. You get to see all these builds where people are using things quote unquote wrong, and it's brilliant and genius and whatever. And like the 12x12 Days of Christmas, like there's some really clever bits. Like somebody used the Styx, the River Styx terrain tray as the top of clouds, and like there's just so many awesome things. But I don't want to tell people not to do things wrong. But really, what this wants is you want to build like a whole floor out of flat caves, and then put the forest pieces on top with the forest transition banks around, and they would transition like so nicely down to the caves, and then you pepper in some stalagmites in between, like with 5 times as many pieces I can make this thing like visually stunning. But that's not the goal right now. We're trying to work with what we got. That's why it irks me.
The chat has thoughts.
Okay, what is dear chat, tell me your thoughts.
Finley Shard says you can use tree canopies as large bushes rather than tree tops if this is the original Dreadhollow.
Facts.
Or technically it says it needs banks, which we
Yep.
like bank.
Agree.
And you just use the tree toppers on the stumps, says Finley.
Facts. Yeah, it's still you can do this fun gag, right? Like do these as, and it's still the fundamental, like the hard edges just absolutely murder me. Unless it was like some weird, it was a city druid that moved to the into this cave and like cultivated, made like a perfect garden inside a cave or something, and like that's why it's there's hard edges. Uh,
Vertex Artist says, what about if you went the other way and used cliff ledges?
that would be that would be that would be. The problem is that'd be great. That's exactly the problem is it's the only set we have in stock is the Aranthor Mountain set, which is a pretty big. That's an encounter all into itself. On top of all that, like it would be how much is that thing? It's like $300 or $400, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus another $300 a thing. It would suddenly put us in like, yeah. But that's a good one. Let's see. I wish we had some smaller Aranthor sets in stock. It was on my list. It was like, oh, I could mix some Aranthor and some Dreadhollow, and we have a fun little party. And that party was canceled by not having the stock.
Are the Caverns Deep cliff packs in stock at all?
No, like they haven't been stocked since the Kickstarter. I don't think, which is a bummer because I need more.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, they're just, and also they play nice with Aranthor. They would have played really nice here. We could have done something fun with these, with the Caverns Deep Cliffs, and yeah. Let's save this. The merging of the minds. For something. It'll be a forest plus cliffs of some sort is a thing somewhere.
Mick Greg says +1 to bring back the cliff packs, please.
Oh yeah, no, they're amazing. They're
Siri wants cliff pack restocked.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you guys, if you want them restocked, what you do is you go to our web store and you enter your email into the email when available thing. And there's kind of once we reach a certain threshold, it's like, oh, maybe we should restock these.
No, if enough people put the thing there, it gets Jay's attention. He's like, "Whoa, wait! There's 600 people are interested. Go on. These are numbers, and it makes a difference. It's easier to lobby for a thing if there's a bunch of people interested. Boy, I hear screaming upstairs now.
John Costa with the link. Thank you, John.
Man, we've got the best. Like our squad is unstoppable.
Seraphic Land asks, any way you could add those large river/edge pieces and you make a half cave/half forest floor with the edged pieces on the forest side and instead fall off from KS5?
Oh, the dungeon ledges?
Edges.
That's not the craziest thing ever. Those work very nicely with the rest of the stuff. Man, I'm out of a floor already. I do not know if they are in stock, but that is a really good. This is a good idea. It's the it turns out the stock thing is a thing. Our stockings are hung. Just hung. No care.
No care.
Our stock is. Oh no!
Finley Shark says, have the cave walls in the middle of the forest tiles representing something that had built up walls of stone to protect themselves.
Wait, go again.
Have the cave walls in the middle of the forest tiles representing something that has built up walls of stone to protect themselves. So it's a stone wall protecting something from the encroaching forest.
That's cool. And or it could have been made by, like, magically crafted by the druids or whatnot. Maybe we could turn this.
I like that shape you're making.
Trying.
More like a cohesive thing.
Trying having fun with shapes. Because geometry.
Fun with shapes with Selena and Nate.
Dude, geometry is just
the show.
Fun with shapes. Live. Unplugged. Geometry is awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, I need another floor.
Geometry is awesome. Geometry is awesome when you're part of a team. Geometry is awesome. Oh, I like that.
Shapes are awesome. Now, what if we do this?
We might need to put them on, quote, top of the forest tiles, or maybe cover the corner with bushes and things.
Put what on top of who?
Going back to his putting a cave in the middle of forest tiles idea, we might need to put them on top of forest tiles, or maybe cover the corner with bushes and things.
Bushes and things. That's what we always need. This could get us out to a thing. You know, I'm surprised at that. I was kind of scoffing at this basic cavern set when I was making it, and I was like, I just wish there were more shapes pieces. But like, you can actually do a lot with this basic cavern set. It's nothing to scoff at. Let's put it in the middle. Do we have? Let's see.
It's actually a good thing we're not filming this tomorrow, because I think you're going to need some time to meditate on this.
I need time to meditate on everything in life. Yeah, you know what it is it's too many options. We got a lot of this is gonna be fun. What am I off by? No, that's you and you.
Here we go. The great Finlay idea.
So I'm going to put you up there, raise you up.
Hey, chat, did any of you pick up something special from that restock we just had? So, tell us about it.
There were forests.
And then we had all the caverns that went up. We've just been stocking left and right.
It's been
really Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. But the Thanksgiving, right? It was a late Thanksgiving. But man,
Yes.
It was worth it. Because banks are a hot ticket.
Gilded Poison says, I bought paint recently when that restocked. Does that count?
Yeah.
Our paints are great. That totally counts.
And you know what? It's just what you need is the little holiday break coming up. Do some painting.
Merc90 said they got the Spirit Tree and Suspension Bridge for when Wildlands comes. Those are some great complement pieces.
Right, that's the perfect. And this is exactly, we were hoping to make the Spirit Tree accessible, right, by putting it in its own pack. If you didn't have $1,000 to drop on Dreadhollow, you could still get the Spirit Tree, and get some of those flare bits for your incoming Wildlands. I'm glad it's working. Yahoo!
Happy Hippo said Banks and Spirit Tree were the two they wanted most.
Awesome.
But also unpainted Apex Primordial and painted Forest accessories or whatever. Unpainted Forest Primordial, Apex Primordial is a fun task.
I can't wait to see what they do.
IME202 says, might need some more banks. Well, we're going to have so many banks, a year from now when Wildlands goes up in the store.
Well, that was a question, right? Like, if people get a whole bunch of banks, like, are you going to be more apt to get swamp banks or maybe you already got a bunch of swamp banks. If you get a bunch of banks, like of the forest transition banks, are you going to want to get swamp banks, or like how does that affect your swamp bank preferences if you got a bunch of these forest transition banks? How does that, are you excited that they're compatible and visually different? It gives you more options, or are you like, well, they're kind of doing the same thing, so I don't care. I'm not going to get any. I'm not going to get any. Where the other ones are, I'm not going to get any swamps because I have forests, or I'm not going to get forests because I have the swamps. Or are you like, wow, it's so awesome to have both because they play so well together. You guys are genius. I mean, you can kind of end either of those statements with "you guys are genius." We'll take that, but you know.
Mark 90 says, yeah, I got a swamp bank mega from Wildlands, so I don't think I will know if I want / need more forest banks until after I have them in hand.
Yeah, that is.
But they're great together, so.
Facts.
E-File MYR says, was so pleased with the quantities in the stock sale, able to get everything I wanted. I feel like that gets said 5 times a year, and
not 5 times by hundreds of people, 5 times period. Five individual. That was it. This is the one out of the 5 things that ever got said. Yeah.
Only 5 people have ever said they got everything they wanted from our web store.
Well, hopefully the Dreadhollow we had good stock, and the Caverns Core we had good stock, and hopefully we can, as we continue to hone in our stock, we can hopefully continue this trend.
A lot of people responded to what they got, which is exciting. So I'm just trying to going through we got an unpainted boat fiesta.
Ooh, I want to see all these paint. Please post your things up on Discord or forums or Facebook or all of these places. Mm-hmm. I want to see the painted the Apex Primordial. Like, that's got to be a fun paint job.
Yeah, I got all my wood pieces unpainted because it's an easy dry brush.
You would.
No Time for Dudes says, I want sandbanks.
Wait, no time for dudes?
No Time for Dudes. Same.
Love it. I want sandbanks.
Thanks. You know, that would be a good way to appease all the people who say they want sand.
Yeah, even sandbanks.
Sand.
I don't know if this is a thing, but it's a thing. Maybe I moved this one. Maybe I've gone too far. Hold on.
It's on the close-up cam.
Yeah, we're gonna get in here. I don't know. It's like I don't know how this is. Hang on. I gotta put you.
In response to the Great Banks question, Andrew Kell says the more different sculpts, the better.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, so let's see what we got here. This is. I don't know if this is. I don't know. I'm playing around. So. This was trying to put stone in. Is it in focus? I can't tell. So this was trying to put stone inside the thing. So I did. Right, we got the caverns in there. So I put. These ones are on top. These ones are inside on other bits because it sort of all stemmed from. I needed to elevate. This guy didn't fill. There was an empty space there, so I put him on a. I don't know why he's a he, but I put this guy on a floor and then sort of elevated some of it, and then some of it sinks down, and then the idea was sort of putting the stump patch over it to make like an overhang or something to kind of integrate it, because this looks really kind of neat. Right, you feel like it's just a deadly place to go and do a thing. I don't know. Seems
like little hidden. I'm scared.
Yeah, that's the feel. Can almost, it doesn't fit. Meh. Seems like a interesting cavey shelter or something. I don't know. They integrate. They certainly integrate well.
The chat likes this.
The chat likes this. The chat is amused. They're entertained.
The chat is amused.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's neat. Well, also it's fun because it's something I probably wouldn't have tried. Like I like. It's the fun of the building of the month. We get to try all sorts of crazy bits. This could totally be some sort of druid enclave setup. The hermit, the swarm druid, hermit's hut or whatever. You can almost do a thing like that. I don't know. I want to cover the whole thing with a spirit tree. Okay, we're trying that. Fine.
Get the tree.
Oh man, now I have to elevate. Okay, DS. Who, what, where, when, why, how?
It's 5:59.
Cool. We are going to be out of here in 3 minutes. We're going to try this and then say thank you. Bloop. Bloop. Alright, let's see what this could be a terrible. Yeah, it's hard edges. Hard edges. I do not abide. Well, the thought was there.
Yeah. If you know what would make that really work?
Cliffs.
Aaron Thormountain's back.
Yeah.
Having cliffs. Thanks, says Siamese 202.
Yeah, banks solve everything, but they are, like you said, they're selling like hot banks. We got to yeah. It's yeah, we tried. We saw, we conquered. We played. We'll figure it out by Wednesday.
Well, as we wrap up, reminder that Wednesday is the last day for to put in your orders for Christmas delivery.
Woo!
Build Up the Month bundle is going up tomorrow for December. Those were, what did we even do? Dungeons? We did dungeons.
Yeah. Sinister Foul Spirits. You were just working on it today. Yeah.
I worked on that all weekend.
Yeah. You should know.
And I've forgotten.
It's a metaphor for 2020. Alright. Let's go around town. Let's turn you. Whoop. Alright, so that was a building of the build of the month. It was kind of one of our more tame. We didn't get bonkers today, for good or for ill. Probably for good.
Yeah, no breeding grounds came out of the woodwork.
That was a highlight. I'll be honest. That was salamander breeding grounds. Hard to yeah. It was unexpected territory. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will we'll have something up for you. When is this going up in January? Second Tuesday of the month?
Second Tuesday of the month is our attempted regular upload schedule. And
that's like the 11th? Am I making that up?
That's too far from now for me to comprehend.
Cool. Well,
that sounds correct. You'll hear from us before then.
Right. Our general plan is the second Tuesday of every month. So hopefully
we're on schedule this month.
Yeah, we're ahead of schedule, aren't we? Oh no.
Tomorrow is the day.
Right.
That it goes up.
Nailed it. First try. All right, well, thank you. Thanks for all your ideas, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back Wednesday night on the Anvil. We'll have Felipe Torrent, artist extraordinaire, will be on from Spain, which will be really exciting. And Thursday is Hobby Hang. I don't know what they'll be painting up, but they'll be doing something fun. And then we'll be back. Following week will be our last on the anvil before we take a 2-week holiday break. So that'll be with Thad Casey from Vorpal Board talking about remote play. And then Hobby Hang, and then we're taking a 2-week break. And we'll be back in the new year. Woo! And that's it, right? So we got?
Yep.
Woo!
That's all from this small farmer.
It's yeah. Nailed it. Okay. Bye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Bye.